Hey guys, it's Casey from CWV-Artistry. Today I'm going to work with a two-part polyurethane casting resin that's semi-transparent. I'm going to be using Purely Pigments from COLLAB in Sky Blue and Pale Lavender. And I'm also going to be using Bling Moon Rocks from COLLAB as well. They are absolutely gorgeous. I just can't beat the effect of them in epoxy. I really love these. And I'm also going to be working with a pigment stand I bought off of Amazon. It comes in two parts. You have to order them separately. First, I'm going to weigh my part B of the polyurethane resin and mix it in with my Bling Moon Rocks that I've shredded up. I have the platinum pearl and the lapis together in the cup. I'm going to add a couple drops of the sky blue pigment from COLLAB. And then I think I'm going to add a couple more drops because it wasn't quite the color or the shade I wanted at that time. And I also knew I was going to be adding more polyurethane into it when I added my second part. So I went ahead and added a few more drops, mixed it in well, and then start measuring out my part A. You want equal parts of both, and I just decided to go ahead and transfer this over into a larger cup because I knew I was going to need the space. And now I'm going to go ahead and put this to the side, and I'm going to weigh out part A separately, because as soon as you start mixing this stuff, you've got to get it into the mold because it has a 15-minute cure time. It's really, really quick, so you want to get it mixed together and poured all at once. So you don't want to mix them together and then try to fool with getting your mold set up and everything. You want to get it all ready before you mix them together. And then once you do get it mixed together, you're just going to simply pour it into your molds and wait 15 minutes. And a tip with these Bling Moon Rocks, they like to stick up out of your project, so you want to try to take your stick or something and move them and try to flatten them out before it starts setting on you. But it does set very, very quickly, as you'll see if you've ever worked with a polyurethane resin. It is a very fast set epoxy. But it's also great because, 15-minute cure time. Can't beat that. And since this has holes on the back, you're going to see me take my stick and move some of those moon rocks out of the way. And you can see it's already setting up as I'm moving it. And I'm just going to move those out of the way so my holes are open when I go to demold it. Which it doesn't matter. I end up having to sand some of it anyways. And my purple one, I did not get on camera, but it is the translucent silver and the potpourri. And I put pale lavender in from the Purely Pigments to give it that light purple effect. And then I'm going to mix sky blue and all these pretty glitters from Black Diamond, also in with some Bling Diamond Dust from COLLAB. I just love color art. I mean, everything I use is almost color art. I do have a discount code for you guys down in the description if you're interested in any of the products from Black Diamond or color art. I do not have a discount for the polyurethane. I am not in any way associated with that company who makes it. I think it's Specialty Resin Pro, but it is a really great product. I have to admit, I really enjoyed working with it. And now you're just going to see me mix up the blue because of course, didn't hit record when I was doing my purple one. But the purple turned out to be my favorite in the end. Unfortunately, I needed 5 shelves. I had 2 shelf molds and 2 side molds. The only problem with this mold set is the side molds are the exact same side. So you have to use the back side as one side and then the front side as the other, if that makes sense. And then you have to do 2 trays at a time if you don't buy the 3 tray set. So it got a little frustrating for me having to put it together. It's not easy to put together. I ended up having to use UV resin to hold it together as I built it. But all in all, at the end of the day, I really loved how this came out. I mean, look at that sparkle. Isn't that gorgeous? And this is the one that doesn't have the glitter in it. This is just the moon rocks and the polyurethane resin. There is no glitter involved at all. And moon rocks are simply color-coded mica flakes. And you can break them apart. That's what I did, and put them in cups. This is the one with the glitter. you really can't tell the difference in the two. Not a huge difference, at least. They look very similar. I mean, this one is a little more glitzy because of the glitter, but you really can't tell a huge difference in the two. Now, as for these trays, you see I've got barriers on each side of it. I had to do that because I noticed the first one bowed out. And so I started putting them together and putting a barrier on each side to hold it straight. Because these do bow. These molds are weak on the sides, definitely. But look at this purple. I love the purple and how it came out. But I only had one purple side made, and I made 2 blue sides. So at the end of the day, I thought it'd look better with the blue sides instead of one purple, one blue. But I still have 2 purple shelves on it. And it really did come out brilliant. But I'm going to have to trim some of the excess off of the molds and everything after it's done. There's always a little bit of overpour, and some of the moon rocks stick out of the sides sometimes. And once I do that, I've got to work on the sides. You know, they're not fully opened because of the overpour, except for the purple has some really clear spots, but like that micro rock sticking out right there, that one was going to be an issue, and I knew it. So I pull out my needle files. I love these. I swear by these when it comes to removing overpour, because they're just so easy to work with. They really are. I love my needle files. And I just go through and stick it through the hole, work my way through, and pretty much done. And then I'm just going to get everything sanded down nice and neat, and then I'm going to put it together. And now I'm just showing you all of the finished pieces. I ended up with 2 blue sides, 3 blue shelves, and 2 purple shelves. And then I've got the 2 blue sides. You can see there ain't a huge difference in the one with the glitter and the one without. Not a big deal. But I wanted to clean it up with some alcohol because it does leave an oily feel. This polyurethane resin leaves a very oily feel afterwards, and I was afraid that my tattoo wouldn't stick. But I am going to add this dragon tattoo since this is a fantasy-themed collaboration. All you want to do is stick it face down on your project, put water on the back side, make sure you rub it down really well, and then slide it off. And there's your tattoo imprinted on the side. Now, you will want to cover this with some type of sealant, whether it's a spray sealant or another layer of epoxy. You want to make sure you put something on there that's going to seal this tattoo in place. And you can also see that this is the back side of one of the sides. So I am going to have to put something over it just to make it look better, because it's a little bumpy and lumpy where I used UV resin, and of course where the moon rocks were sticking up in places. But other than that, it came out really fantastic. I absolutely love this shelf. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I hope y'all enjoyed watching. Now you're going to see me load it up with my Purely Pigments. I love this stand because of the fact that my Purely Pigment bottles fit perfectly. I mean, side to side, wall to wall, they all fit perfectly. I was so excited when I saw that they fit the shelves. And then at the end of this video, I've added some snapshots of set 1, set 2, and set 3 of the Purely Pigments. I do not have the metallics or the neons yet to show you, but as soon as I do, I'll make a video showing them as well. But this is the finished product. I really enjoyed making this, and I hope y'all enjoyed watching. See you next time.